Today, we're going to study the methods of agricultural research. One requirement to satisfy as a student of the College of Agriculture is the undergraduate thesis. We must be equipped of knowledge and skills on how to write, conduct, analyze data, and report research results. This topic would tackle about the elements of experimentation, qualitative methods, quantitative methods, and the guidelines of research proposal preparation, publication, and the presentation of results. For the Module 1, the topic would be common sense versus science. So a sound and prudent judgment based on simple perceptions of the situation or facts and the action that is deemed by the majority of people to be the most acceptable and or most likely to result in the best outcome is called the common sense. Example, it is common sense not to cross the roads when there are vehicle that is running. Or, it is common sense not to play with a rabid dog, of course. While on the other hand, science is a thorough research on a particular subject with conducted facts. It corrects and seriously flawed cognition and gives unfiltered view of reality. We make science operates under theories constantly revised and checked by experiment. For the scientific method, it is a method of investigation in which a problem is first identified and observations, experiments, or other relevant data are then used to construct or test hypotheses that support or purport to solve it. The importance of scientific method is that it provides objectives and has a standardized approach to conducting experiments to improve their results. By standardized approach in investigations or research, one can feel confident that sticks to the facts and limit the influence of personal preconceived notions. The key descriptors for the scientific method are: first, it is empirical. That is, it relies on direct observation of the world and disdains hypotheses that run counter to observable fact. It is in contrast with methods that rely on pure reason and with methods that rely on emotional or subjective factors. Also, it is replicable. If the experiment is duplicated by other persons, they will get the same results. And it can be modified, or it produces provisional results. The results are open to question and debate. If new data arise that contradicts a theory, then that theory must be modified. It is objective. It relies on facts rather than on beliefs, wishes, or desires. It is systematic. It relies on carefully planned studies rather than on random or haphazard observation. The basic steps of scientific method are: number 1, we observe. Make an observation that describes a problem. For example, for your farm visit, you observed that a field planted with the same rice variety showed different average number of tillers per segment of the field. And then next, you formulate questions about what you have observed. The questions should tell what the experiment wants to accomplish, or the WH questions, the what, when, where, why, who, and how. Like for example, your question about what you have observed from your farm visit is: do different soil fertility levels produce different average number of rice tillers? And then next, we create a hypothesis. A null hypothesis is a statement of no difference or no relationship. For example, varied soil fertility levels do not significantly affect the average number of rice tillers. And then next, test the hypothesis. This means that an experiment must be conducted. And then, we draw conclusions and refine the hypothesis. For example, analysis revealed that more tillers were produced on more fertile segments of the field than less fertile segments, and the difference were significant. So your conclusion is, more fertile soil produced more rice tillers than less fertile soil. Okay, so that would be all for the introduction of methods of agricultural research for the Module 1, Common Sense and Science. For the Module 2, we will discuss about the elements of experimentation. So see you on our next Learning Together.